I know you saw the title of this video, and you're probably thinking, what could possibly be so dangerous that I don't already know about? Maybe you're guessing it's something you're eating or some hidden toxin in your home. Well, here's the truth. What I'm about to reveal is far more insidious than that. These three silent killers are hiding in plain sight. They're affecting millions of people around the world right now, and maybe even you. And the scariest part? Most people have no idea the damage being done until it's too late. I'm Cheryl, and on this channel, we dive deep into what nature is trying to tell us about our health. And today, I'm pulling back the curtain on three threats that are silently destroying your body from the inside out. Now, before I reveal what they are, I need you to do something for me. Think about how you felt when you woke up this morning. Were you energized? Did you feel peaceful? Or did you feel off? Maybe tired, maybe anxious, like you're running on fumes. If that sounds familiar, keep watching this video because what I'm about to share could literally save your life. And I'm not kidding. You're going to be so surprised at what the third silent killer is. It is something that happens to every single person on this planet every single day. But here's the thing. All of us have some control over it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to take that control back. Now, let's start with silent killer number one. The first silent killer is something our ancestors never had to worry about, but modern life has made it an epidemic, and that's lack of movement. Now, I'm not just talking about not going to the gym. I'm talking about something far more dangerous, prolonged sitting and sedentary living. Here's what most people don't realize. Your body was designed to move constantly. Our ancestors walked miles every day, climbed, gathered, and hunted. Movement was woven into the fabric of their existence. But today, the average person sits for 9 to 10 hours per day. And here's where it gets scary. Research shows that sitting for prolonged periods is as harmful to your health as smoking. Let me say that again. Sitting is comparable to smoking when it comes to your health risks. When you sit for extended periods, here's what happens inside your body. Your metabolism slows down dramatically. Your body stops producing enzymes that break down fat. Your blood sugar spikes because your muscles aren't using glucose for energy. Your circulation becomes sluggish, increasing your risk of blood clots and heart disease. But it goes even deeper than that. Lack of movement affects your lymphatic system. That is the system responsible for removing toxins and waste from your body. Unlike your cardiovascular system, your lymphatic system does not have a pump. It relies entirely on movement to function. No movement, toxins are going to build up. Your immune system is going to weaken and inflammation is going to increase. And here's the silent part. You won't feel it happening. There's no pain and no immediate warning signs, just a slow, steady decline that shows up years later as chronic disease, which includes diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and even certain cancers. The fix? It's simpler than you think. You don't need to become a marathon runner. You just need to move throughout the day. Stand up every 30 minutes. Take walking breaks. Stretch. Dance while you're cooking. Take the stairs. Park farther away and walk. Nature is telling us something profound. Movement is life. Stillness, when prolonged, is decay. All right, let's move to silent killer number two. The second silent killer is something we all know we need, but most of us are secretly failing at it, and that's quality sleep. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Cheryl, I get enough sleep, I'm fine. But here's the reality. 1 in 3 adults does not get enough quality sleep. And I put emphasis on the word quality because that's the difference. And the consequences, they're catastrophic. They're bad. Sleep isn't just rest. It's when your body performs critical maintenance. It's when your brain detoxifies, when your cells repair, when your immune system strengthens, when memories consolidate, and when hormones rebalance. Cut that process short, and everything starts to fall apart. Here's what happens when you consistently don't get enough sleep. Your immune system crashes. Studies show that people who sleep less than 7 hours a night are 3 times more likely to catch a cold. Your body literally cannot defend itself properly. Your brain function declines, concentration, memory, decision making, all of it suffers. Chronic sleep deprivation has been compared to being legally drunk in terms of cognitive impairment. Your hormones go haywire. The hormones that control hunger and leptin get disrupted. You feel hungrier, you crave junk food, and your body holds on to fat. This is why sleep-deprived people struggle with weight gain. Your emotional regulation disappears. You become irritable, anxious, and sometimes also depressed. Your brain's fear and emotion center becomes 60% more reactive when you're sleep-deprived. And here's the truly silent part. Your risk of serious disease skyrockets. Heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. All of these are directly linked to chronic sleep deprivation. And you won't feel these risks building. You just feel tired. Maybe drink some coffee, push through, and all the while the damage is accumulating. The modern world has declared war on sleep. That's how I feel about it. We glorify being busy, burning the midnight oil and hustling. We flood our evenings with blue light from our phones and our computer screens. Stimulants like coffee late in the day, and stress that keeps our minds racing, even while we're trying to sleep. Nature gave us a circadian rhythm for a reason. We're meant to rise with the sun and wind down when the sun sets. We're meant to sleep in darkness, in quiet, for 7 to 9 hours every single night. The fix starts with treating sleep as non-negotiable. Create a sleep sanctuary, dark, cool, and quiet. Establish a wind-down routine. Limit screens an hour before bedtime. Cut caffeine after 12 o'clock. Your life literally depends on it. Now let me reveal the third and most dangerous silent killer of them all. I'll add that powerful insight into this one. So please listen very carefully. Silent killer number 3 is the worst of all. All 3, and the most overlooked one, and the most destructive force affecting your health today. And it's chronic stress. And here's why this is the worst of the 3. Stress doesn't just harm you on its own. It magnifies and triggers the other 2 silent killers we already discussed. Stress disrupts your sleep. Stress drains your energy and makes movement feel impossible. It's the master key that unlocks every other health problem. Now let me be clear though. Stress itself isn't the enemy. Because acute stress, the kind our ancestors experienced when they were running from a predator, is natural and even beneficial. With that kind of stress, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart rate spikes and you focus more sharply. That's the fight or flight response. And it's designed to save your life. But here's the problem. That response is meant to last for minutes, not months or years. But today, we're living in a state of chronic, low-grade stress that never shuts off. Work deadlines, financial pressure, relationship conflicts, time constraints, information overload, social media comparisons, traffic, bills, news, it's all relentless. And your body cannot tell the difference between a real threat and a stressful email. It responds the same exact way, flooding your system with stress hormones that were never meant to be present 24/7. I hope you're getting value from this video. Everything I'm telling you today is important. If you have to listen to this video over again, please do. Now let's. Okay, here's what chronic stress does to your body. It weakens your immune system. Cortisol suppresses your immune response, making you more susceptible to infections, illness, and diseases. It damages your heart, believe it or not. Chronic stress increases blood pressure, raises cholesterol, promotes inflammation in your arteries, and dramatically increases your risk of heart attack and stroke. It destroys your gut. Yeah. Your digestive system shuts down under stress. This leads to inflammation, poor nutrient absorption, IBS, and a compromised gut microbiome, which affects everything from your mood to your immunity. It accelerates aging. Stress literally shortens the protective caps on your DNA, causing premature aging at cellular level. It rewires your brain. Chronic stress shrinks the part of your brain responsible for memory and learning, while enlarging the part of that brain that processes emotions, making you more anxious and more reactive. And perhaps most terrifying, stress is a major contributor to every leading cause of death: heart disease, cancer, diabetes, respiratory disease, and accidents caused by impaired judgment and exhaustion. But here's the silent part. You adapt to it. You normalize it. You tell yourself, this is just life. Everybody's stressed. And meanwhile, it's quietly destroying you from the inside out. Now, here's something critical that I need you to understand. Much of the stress we experience isn't about what happens to us. It's about how we react to what happens to us. Think about it. Two people can experience the exact same situation: a rude comment, a traffic jam, a setback at work, and financial trouble. And one person will spiral into stress while the other remains calm. The difference? Their reaction. How you respond to life situation can either create stress or dissolve it. How you react to people, to circumstances, to the unexpected curveballs that life throws at us. This is where the power is. So here's what I want you to practice. Pause before you react. When someone says something hurtful, when a situation does not go your way, when life feels overwhelming, take a breath. Give yourself even just a few seconds before you respond. Ask yourself, is this worth the stress that I'm about to create in my body? Is my reaction going to solve anything? Or is it just going to make things worse? And here's another key while you think about that. Don't dwell on what people say or what situations come your way. Dwelling on it is like drinking poison and expecting another person to get sick. This only keeps the stress hormones flowing long after the moment has passed. Instead, shift your focus to solutions. Ask yourself, what can I control here? What's the next right step? How can I move forward in a way that protects my peace? When you choose not to react negatively, when you refuse to let other people's words or life circumstances hijack your nervous system, you're not being passive. You're being powerful. You're protecting your health. You're choosing life over slow destruction. The good news? You have more control over stress than you think. The first step is awareness. Notice when you're stressed. Notice the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest, and the racing thoughts in your mind. Don't ignore it. Acknowledge it. Then you're going to reclaim your power. Here are some steps that I recommend. Breathe. Deep, intentional breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural calm down mechanism. That's what that is. Just 5 minutes of deep breathing can lower cortisol levels. Then you're going to move. Physical activity burns off stress hormones and releases endorphins. Even a 10-minute walk can reset your nervous system. Walk away from that situation. Connect. Human connection is one of the most powerful stress buffers we have. Talk to someone you trust. Hug someone you love. Vent to someone who cares. We're not meant to carry stress alone. Protect your peace. Set boundaries. Say no. It's okay. Limit your exposure to news and social media. Create space for quiet, for rest, and for joy. Get back to nature. Studies show that just 20 minutes in nature significantly reduces stress hormones. Forest bathing, grounding, or simply sitting under a tree. These aren't luxuries. They're medicine. And here's the key. You must make stress management a daily practice, not something you do when you're already burnt out. Prevention is everything. Remember, you can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond to it. And that response, that choice that you make can be the difference between thriving and merely surviving. So there you have it. The three silent killers: lack of movement, sleep deprivation, and chronic stress. These aren't abstract threats. They're real. They're happening right now. And the scariest part, most people won't take them seriously until it's too late. But you're here, right? You're watching this video. You're aware. And that means you have the power to change your story. Start today. Move your body. Prioritize your sleep. Manage your stress. These aren't complicated fixes. They are fundamental acts of self-care that nature has been whispering to us all along. Your body is trying to heal. It wants to thrive, but you have to give it what it needs. If this video opened your eyes, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it or someone you really care about. Because the truth is, we're all in this together. Yes, we are. Thank you for being here in this space. Thank you for caring about your health. And remember, you are more powerful than you know. Please visit the links in the description where I share and provide additional resources to help you on this journey that we call life. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourselves because you're worth it.